Stuff just happens around a balloon. That's a saying OPPD retiree Rich Jaworski is fond of. And for the last 4 decades, plenty has happened around Jaworski, a retired Fort Calhoun Station nuclear engineer, and his signature red balloon. Jaworski is a Nebraska ballooning pioneer, which started as a getaway from the long hours that went into helping get the nuclear plant online in the late 1960s and early 1970s, took on a life of its own. Those flights eventually turned competitive. Jaworski's training included sitting in coolers to prepare for the cold temps required in record-setting flights, and even enlisted fellow engineers for design help. His world records still stand, and this year he was inducted into the Nebraska Aviation Hall of Fame. Jaworski has spent thousands of hours up in the air and has a treasure trove of rich and heartfelt stories.
One of the more memorable flights for me has been my experience with the World War I balloonists. Like any organization in the armed forces, the World War I balloonists had an anniversary reunion every year. And because they were trained in Omaha, they thought they'd have their last one in Omaha. And that was in 1973. And I came out to Howard Johnson's on Interstate 80 and 72nd Street, and I put my balloon up for these guys. These guys were all 90 years old because they were 20 or 25 in World War I. And they flew balloons tethered at 3,000 feet with planes coming around shooting them, and they had explosive gas overhead. But as soon as I got my red and white balloon out, they started getting a little bit younger, and they were coming up with their strollers and their crutches just to touch the balloon.
That's neat.
Oh,
It's neat to see things people relate to.
Yeah.
And how, like you and I might relate to a particular dance we did in the 60s. They were, remember what they were when they were 20s.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Wow.
It was quite a time. But I've had a good ride.
For The Wire, this is Jason Kuiper.